Didn't want that. No, he may be fortunate here. The red may still go to left corner, but wasn't as intended. Well, maybe things are changing. Players are kicking in a bit, aren't they? Different pressures from both players now. Higgins wants to win this one quickly, and if he doesn't do it, when Hamilton takes this next frame, things are going to start to get very interesting indeed.
One. Six. Seven. $14. $15. $22.
You just sense with every shot he plays, looking to see if there's a plant just below that pink spot to left corner.
$23. $30. $31.
Having another look at the plant now. He's concerned with the red just next to those two reds that are set to the left corner. He's just wondering whether the red passes the other.
$38.
He does this a lot, I don't understand it. And he looks at it, thinks, yeah, it goes, so he plays for it and then stutters it again. Surely if it didn't, he wouldn't have played for it, so There goes. No problem.
59. $44. $45.
He's got a natural angle here to cannon the reds, but you're gambling a touch, really. And he's lost that gamble. Lacked conviction, to be fair.
50.
End of break. Yeah, nothing on here. Straightforward safety shot. 40-point lead.
Anthony Hamilton, 50.
Good 50 break. Very timely. Well, Higgins not hesitating to bring the problem red off that side cushion, but I don't know whether he's made a mistake here, whether the red he's played is available to centre. Hamilton with that 40-point lead. We know against the likes of Higgins doesn't really count for that much, because as long as there's enough on the table, Higgins is always in with a chance. Well, he went for that and he was miles out. half chance here for Higgins then. Red does go to left corner. I would expect Higgins to take this one on. It's one of those though, if you miss it, it's frame over. If you get it, there's every chance of getting right back into this one. Massive shot. He was a long way off with that, wasn't he? Hamilton actually looks the more relaxed of the two.
One.
Far better shot than it looks. So Hamilton 41 ahead.
Eight. Nine. Fourteen. 15. $22.
Credit to Hamilton, he stuck to his task. Looks at one stage to be going out 4-0. Now finds himself 3-2.
23.
A little bit of reverse psychology kicking in. He's going to carry on playing the way he's been playing, which has helped him win the previous two frames in a fairly relaxed manner.
30.
Will all of a sudden the thought that he could actually win this match hinder him? We'll soon find out.
31. 57. 38. 43. 44. 50. 49. 51. 54. 58. 63. 69 at a frame. Anthony Hamilton.
Hamilton doesn't worry about the black. Just gives you an idea of just how talented this man is. A great frame from him there. Breaks of 50 and 69. He trailed 3-0 at one stage, but he's reduced the deficit now. Trails 3-2. Higgins still needing 1. Hamilton needing 2. Both players have left the arena for a couple of moments. This match very, very tightly poised. There's Hamilton's previous results. A decider in that opening round against Oliver Brown, coming through 4-3. A fairly comfortable victory over Corsten 4-0. A tough one against Andrew Higginson, but Higginson is one of the grittier players on the circuit. And then this morning, in the last 16, defeated Michael Wosley 4-1, and then that great win over Mark Selby 4 frames to 3. It looked at one stage, I thought that Higgins was going to run out a 4-0 winner. Going to be over 20 minutes ago, but Hamilton had other ideas, and even though he trails 3-2 at the moment, it's still very much anyone's match. Remember, the winner due to play Judd Trump in the final at 7 o'clock this evening, but obviously that's dependent on which way this match goes. If Hamilton was to win it or even force a decider, we certainly won't be kicking off at 7 o'clock. But if Higgins was to win the next in quick fire time, maybe we would. So let's just sit back and wait and see.
Frame 6. John Higgins to play.
Well, is it Higgins or Hamilton? Higgins holds that slender lead at one stage in this match, especially after winning that second frame when he trailed by 49 points before clearing that break of 66 to take that 2-0 lead. I thought, well, this is one-way traffic, it's all over, but Hamilton had other ideas. They're still in it. I think it's fair to say that the final won't be kicking off at 7 o'clock at this rate. It's 20-7 now. Well, that one slipped away, but the end result isn't too bad. Another chance here for Hamilton. The one thing he doesn't want with this kind of shot is it to be perfectly straight, because if it is, he'll probably refuse it. That's the red to the green pocket, and bulk end of the table. If there's a slight angle, he'll take it on.
One.
Well, all of a sudden he's back in this, and he's found his form. And we can see whether the red passes the black to white corner.
Six. Seven.
Just okay, he was waiting for a second that the cue ball had
14.
finished in a position where he couldn't pot a red, but as you can quite clearly see, red's still available to white corner.
$15.
One thing you can't do in playing that shot is hit the apex ball
22.
with full contact. The cue ball will just stick to it. It's exactly what's happened. Still, it's 22 points on the board. Can't really play an attacking safety shot. We can't really play an attacking safety shot here. He's just going to have to literally just run off with the red. He should tap into it. I'll try and take the cue ball in behind the black. But huffing and puffing, but he's going to have to make a decision.
Anthony Hamilton, 22.
My word.
1.
What a tremendous piece of cueing. Well, Hamilton all of a sudden is absolutely flying. How quickly things can change in the world of snooker. Higgins had a good opportunity to win this match 4-0. A couple of chances slipped through his fingers, and Hamilton didn't need a second invitation. Has never looked back since. Makes it 44, 50 and 69 in the last couple of frames. Oh, if he hasn't finished on already, he's been unlucky there.
8. 9. 1 second.
Well, I couldn't quite see that. I thought for a second that rep was going to drop into that centre pocket, which would have been massively unfortunate for Hamilton, but look at that. It's gone the other way, landed on the edge of it. When you want to run, things go your way. And Hamilton is at the moment.
Sixteen. 20. 21.
Incredible how quickly things can change. You know, I don't want to put the commentator's curse on him, but all of a sudden he looks like he just cannot miss. 2 frames ago, could hardly pot a ball. Nicely played. If he's got some angle here on the red,
sure,
which he has,
23.
Another 1 or 2 into play. 45 ahead. Still loads on though. Higgins looking on, must be slightly concerned. It was all one-way traffic earlier on.
Four. 31.
32.
32. $39. $40.
What a fight back this has been. Absolutely fantastic. There you see.
47.
Higgins needs snookers. Hamilton looking ahead a couple of shots. More worry about that. Just make sure this red disappears. And the frame is definitely. That's the ball. He definitely
48.
needs to secure the frame. So we're going into a decider. Oh, what a tough day John Higgins had. 3 matches, 3 deciders. Is he going to be 3rd time lucky as well?
54.
Well, he won't be if Hamilton carries on playing like this. You know, quite clear to see that he's up the tempo, he's playing more freely than he did in the first 3 frames. I just hope that he continues this way in the decider and we're in for a real classic 7th frame.
$61. $67. $68. $72.
Perfectly played.
73.
Just pure potting practice now. Keeping Higgins sat in his chair. The frame is well and truly won. Nice always finish it off with a century though.
$78.
One century in this event. I was in the quarterfinals in his previous match against Selby, making a break of 112. He is a good break builder, is Hamilton.
83. $87. $92. $98.
Fantastic. Nothing else I can say. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Hamilton. He trailed 3-0. Looked to be down and out. I thought it was going to be a 4-0 whitewash. He scraped the 4th frame. Has never looked back since. It's 3 each. For me, Hamilton, well, looking the favourite. 1 more frame for a place in the final. Let's not forget that final is due to start in 2 minutes' time. Quite clearly, that's not going to happen. Judd Trump finished his match about, I don't know, 5 o'clock, so he's had a couple of hours off. As you can see, he's sat there waiting to see who's going to win this one. Anyone's guess, but going by the last 3 frames, Hamilton is certainly a man in form. Trump had a very comfortable semi-final victory over Higgins. In terms of form, he's been the man of the day. He's been absolutely fantastic. But as we know, anything can happen in the final. So here we go then. One more frame to decide who Judd Trump will be playing. So there's the handshake.
Anthony Hamilton Dubé.
The 7th and deciding frame. Very much a game of two halves. The first 3 all Higgins, the second 3 all Hamilton. Now it boils down to this one. Straight away the back's out of commission. Right, in terms of the way the scoring's gone over the last few frames, that will suit Higgins more than Hamilton. Higgins has been kept very, very quiet over the last 3. But let's not forget, one of the greatest match players the game has ever seen. Still continues to attack. And he will. He's one of those players, he won't change his game. Stephen Hendry taught a lot of players that back in the 90s. No matter how Hendry was doing in a match, continue to attack. He would never turn a shot away. Good shot there from Higgins, all he could do really. There's no chance of playing the attacking shot. both players don't want to get involved in a tit for tat exchange here. If that's going to happen, might as well just go for the re-rack. Higgins looking to put an end to this. Interesting to see how Judd Trump's feeling at the moment. He was due to be playing the final now as we speak. Obviously sat watching this one. Sometimes it can be slightly off-putting. You've got a time in your mind when you think you're playing and then it drags on. Obviously when this match finishes there's going to be I would have thought a 10 or 15 minute break, so there's going to be at least 7:30, 7:45 before that final gets underway. Well, you see at least one of the players are trying to make an effort to make this slightly more attacking, but the siding frame is often so cagey. Hamilton has been playing exceptionally well in the previous three. Breaks of 44, 50, 69 and that fantastic century. 105 in the sixth, but things obviously have quietened down now. Classic situation developing. One man playing away from the pack, bringing it out into the open, the other playing into it. And what normally happens if it carries on that way, when one player does get in, the red's going to be everywhere. It could be a one visit frame. And you see Hamilton quite happy to bring a few more into play. He's the man in form. Slap on the table from Higgins because he's in all sorts of trouble here. So risky. I cannot believe he hasn't left anything on for Hamilton here.
What?
You're not going to get a better chance in a deciding frame than this. It's all you can ask for. Defeated Selby in the previous round, 4-3, and now a great chance of defeating Higgins by the same scoreline. Two of the top 3 players in the world.
Eight.
I always say it in this situation, just keep it simple. Just don't complicate matters, and don't think about it too much as well, because, you know, the last 3 frames he hasn't. He's just got down and knocked them in. But when the demons start creeping in, you start thinking about things that don't exist.
No.
That's when the problems occur, and already slow down quite considerably. I wonder what he's thinking. Only interested in one thing is John Higgins, and that's winning. And 3-0 up. I thought it was a foregone conclusion.
$16. $17. $23. $24. $31. $32.
He's beaten some great players in his time, including the likes of Ronnie
59.
O'Sullivan, but yeah, if he stays at the table now and wins this frame, I consider this one of his greatest wins. And considering he turned pro back in 1991, that's no mean feat. The last couple of frames have been quite superb. Has hardly missed the ball.
40.
Very reminiscent of how he used to play as an amateur the last 3 frames. And he's played with a good tempo. He's renowned for great potting and break building ability. Sometimes his temperament is suspect, but at the moment he's been absolutely
47. D8.
Oh dear. I just wonder whether he's overhit this cue ball. It should have been a gimme. It should have been on the pink, drop the pink in, carry on very nicely. Now if he has given Higgins a lifeline here. And the way he's scratching his head and looking around the table, I don't think he's finished on the pink. Terrible mistake. Well, a good 48 from Hamilton,
Anthony
but
Hamilton, 48.
I'd dearly like more. So not quite over yet. Pretty good going there, considering the shot he was faced with. The key was always about trying to get the cue ball tight to that cushion. There's always that nagging doubt in the back of your mind when you're playing Higgins, even if you've got a best part of a 50-point lead in the deciding frame. You know he's just not going to give up. You just cannot afford to give him half a chance. It's one of those, you don't really want to play anything, do you? You got your 48-point lead, you sit quite nicely, but then all of a sudden you're left with a situation like this, and anything could go wrong here. Yeah, I wonder whether he's going to be forced into taking one on. There's a half chance for a red to right centre. It's not the shot you'd normally want to play, but there's no obvious safety shot here. Well, the big sigh. He was forced to do it. Now, has that cost him the frame of match? The one man you put in this situation, have all the players in the game at the moment, is John Higgins. Can he do it again?
1. Five. 6. 12. Sure.
Just asking for the extended rest. Just overclick the cue ball touch there.
Thirty.
He's got an angle on the pink, but he's just looking at the red just to the left of the blue into that centre pocket. The reason being, if he does pop that red, obviously it frees the blue up.
Nineteen. 20.
Oh, he was pushing his luck there. I thought he'd made a mistake. I thought he was going to come in the yellow, but just about okay. Trailing by 28 points now. Soon to be 26. Still at the table.
$22. 23.
I didn't want to play this with the rest. Now, can he stretch over it?
28.
Just about. But he's going to have to get away fairly quickly when he's kicking this cue ball back. stranger things happen.
29.
Players slip on that kind of shot. He's okay.
$34.
I'm not quite sure what he's played there. I can't believe the red goes to that left corner. Well, he's taking this on. This basically turns into be game and match ball, I think. Incredible shot.
35.
Absolutely superb. Nice hope for Hamilton.
40. John Higgins, 40.
A very good foot from John Higgins, considering that he's been sat in his chair for the last 3 frames. And trails by 8 points. It's another one of those where you really want to play at cushion first. Come off the cushion, make a full ball contact with the red and leave the cue ball where the red is, but I don't know whether there's enough space to get in behind the red. If he plays it head on, obviously going to be sending that red towards that right corner.
Foul. And this.
Well, that's a disaster.
John Higgins for free ball.
So any colour on the table now acts as a red. So he can take the black or the pink, and that'll be 1 point, and then followed by a colour, and then carries on as normal. And one thing I will say is that the black isn't as easy as he would have liked. Hamilton's still leading by 4 points. No, is Higgins going to do that?
Back.
No, he wants it back. Always ever, the referee and the player do their very best to replicate the situation.
Closer to me, but on the same line.
So Hamilton just saying that
A bit more black ball, yeah.
he's obviously trying to gain no advantage whatsoever.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, and this. John Higgins 6. 3 ball.
No, I just wonder, he may be tempted this time. It's certainly far easier. The black will give him a natural angle to take the cue ball up for the blue or bulk colour. Higgins now 2 points ahead, 1 red on the table. He's got the choice, he can put it back or take the free ball, which means the black will act as a red.
Black ball.
Right, so we're colour to follow and then we carry on.
1.
Well, Hamilton pretty much slumped in his chair. I'm sure there's a part of him that can't quite believe.
4.
After making that 48 in this frame, Higgins is now at the table in the lead. He did it to him in the second, and he's doing it here in the 7th. That was a cue ball. He just can't keep this man down. The previous 3 frames, Higgins was played off the table. And he was for the first half of this one.
8.
But he's still there, he's still fighting, and now strong favourite, 10 points ahead. Just the 3 bolt colours.
10. Thirteen. 17. 2. 28.
Incredible stuff from Higgins, weathered the storm. He led 3-0, looked to be going to a 4-0 win, and then all of a sudden the fight back from Hamilton started. Hamilton knocked him breaks of 44, 50, 69, 105 and 48 in that deciding frame, but it still wasn't enough to put this man away. What a competitor he is, and what a treat we've got in store for you in about 15 minutes time in the final of this PTC event number 4. It's Judd Trump up against John Higgins, and that will be in about 15 minutes time. There you see the confirmation. Trump with a fairly comfortable victory through in the semi-finals, 4-1 over Dean Junhui, but Higgins once again coming through the deciding frame. That's 3 times today he's won the decider. The first one was against Steve Davis 4-3, and then Barry Hawkins 4-3, and we've just seen against Anthony Hamilton 4-3. This man knows how to win. We'll see you in about 15 minutes time.